This is one of the most important videos I will ever make. These are my 5 tips to massively grow your business. I'm Eric Horowitz. I've grown Lift Enrichment, one of my first businesses, to over 3.3 million in revenue with 60% net profit margin. We'll hit 7 million this year. I'm doing the same thing with Net Profit King. And here is tip number 1, conferences. I am here in Chicago right now at the Chicago Dental Society Midwinter meeting. I've gone to many conferences in Orlando, Palm Springs, all over California, all with one sole purpose: to promote the product or service of my company and to get meetings on the calendar. I can make a whole nother video on how to do the conference well because it's a very in-depth topic. But if you are a B2B business, you can just go on Google and find out the conferences that your niche goes to, because I assume that you're niche. If you're not niched, you're not gonna make as much money as if you are niched. In my education company, we go to education conferences. In my dental consulting company, we go to dental conferences. And you know what? There are so many conferences to go to. And don't be scared. Don't worry, you're gonna waste a lot of money. You're gonna learn so much at the conference. In fact, at the conference I was just at, I talked to other vendors and I booked 49 meetings. My team and I booked 49 meetings on the calendar for the next 3 weeks. I'm doing nothing but 30-minute phone calls. Most of them are for dental practices that wanna use our service and get a free offer. But also, you meet vendors who tell you what conferences that they go to, and you meet opportunities to do venture together. So conferences, it's expensive, it's time consuming. I had to fly from Dubai all the way to Chicago, where I am right now, in the winter. Dubai is warm, 80 degrees and sunny, but I did that because conferences are such a valuable place to build those 3 key things: know, like, and trust. In 5 minutes, you meet them, you talk to them, you take out your little Calendly program on the iPad and get them in the calendar. Tip number 2, as I kind of mentioned earlier, is joint ventures. So at the conferences, I met people that were adjacent to my prospect. They were people that did marketing for dentists. They were CPAs for dentists. They were real estate people for dentists. But all of those allowed us to set meetings on the calendar. So I could say, hey, look, you work with people that I work with people you work with. How about if I refer you to a couple of them, and I'll give you, say, 10% of the sales I make in the next 6-12 months, and you can do the same for me. This way, we all get warm referrals, because a lot of B2Bs, a lot of vendors, they don't want to go out and find somebody. They say, hey, actually, I know a lawyer you can work with. Hey, I actually know a marketer. I know somebody in sales. I know somebody in finance. I know a CPA. And they know, like, and trust you, so that referral can help turn that lead into a client very, very quickly. Joint ventures are fantastic, and it's a great way to also learn as well. You share information. I've done this all the time in my education company. One of my friends runs a science after-school business. So what I will do is I'll say, hey, look, here's 2 school districts that I work with. Refer me 2 school districts and see what happens. So it's a very good way. However, it does come at a drawback. It can be time-consuming, and some people aren't as motivated to refer you as you are to refer them out. They don't see the value, even though it's one of the fastest and easy ways to make money. Tip number 3 is cold call campaign. I am very good at this. We have a 7-person team in Lift Enrichment that makes 1,000 outbound calls every single month. We data scrape a list of school districts in an area we're targeting, and we launch a scripted cold call campaign, because I love marketing and sales where it's people talking. You know, somebody calls up that district office and says, hi, we do after-school cooking classes. Can I speak to your after-school coordinator to see if we can help you? Hi, we do consulting for dentists to help them make more sales. Can I speak to your office manager and see if I can help? It's a very simple script. I can go to a whole nother video on that, but it works. You know, you're putting in volume, and it takes a lot of pushing. But if you hire people in South America or Philippines for 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, $15 an hour, it's worth it, because a new client can be worth tens of thousands of dollars. I wish I knew about the power of cold calling campaign back in the day, because it's such a great way to scale any business that is B2B. You buy the leads off of a website or a data service. You can just grab them off of Google if you don't want to do that, put them in a CRM, work on the sales script, and then go, call. Appointment setters book meetings for me, or a sales rep closes. That's all it is. It's not rocket science, and it works so well. Because if you make hundreds and hundreds of calls, somebody will eventually say yes, if you're compelling, if you're honest, and if your offer is really good. Tip number 4 is referrals. It's probably the easiest way to get new clients. You go to your current clients, we go to school districts, and you go, hey, look, we would love to work with other school districts. Hey, you're a dentist. We would love to work with other dentists. Do you know another dentist you could refer us to that needs our service? Or we can just talk to. If you send us an email introduction, just a quick little hi, this is Eric with Net Profit King. I think it'd be a good fit for you. I will do everything else. Follow up with them, book a call. If they turn into a new client, then you get this as a thank you. That could be whatever you want. With Lift Enrichment, we've had programs where we have given away $10,000 worth of free workshops. With Net Profit King, we have our own thing that is well worth $10,000, because when a new client is worth $50,000 to $100,000 to $150,000, $200,000, even more for their lifetime value, it really helps to have a referral program. And it doesn't cost you anything. All you have to do is have your salespeople, your staff, you call all your clients, say, look, we want to give you something for free. You just got to do that. And chances are they know 2 or 3 other people that could use your service. The last and one of my most important ways to make more sales for my growing companies is an email newsletter, or just posting content. But for me specifically, it's that email. I'm a writer. I was born a writer. It's one of my favorite things I do every single week. And I take the time to write out a newsletter. We pump that out to MailChimp that goes out to clients. We pump that out to all of our channels. And the newsletter's focus is to inform and entertain. So I will send 3 newsletters that are about something interesting to my niche. So if it's for my dental company, it might be ways they can increase their sales with new patients. It might be a referral opportunity. It might be something I learned in the dental space they should know about, and then I'll sell them on something. In my Lift Enrichment company, I will send information about healthy eating, after school programs, obesity, or just what's happening in the education space. And actually, you know what I learned is sometimes I'll just write something completely for fun. I travel a lot, I travel the world, so you'll see a lot of newsletters. I'm in Dubai, or I'm in Japan, or I'm in Colombia, or I'm in Italy, and people love reading about my travel. So every now and then I throw that out, and they always ask, hey, where's Eric off to these days? He's in Chicago? Cool, awesome. Now, every newsletter ends with a call to action, and that's just, hey, if you want to bring cooking classes to your school, book a meeting with my team. It's very simple, and it's a link to our Calendly, and that's it. But you know what? When you capture emails, you put them into a MailChimp, and you do this every single week, and we are very religious about making sure that newsletter goes out. So I will batch a bunch of them for the next month, have them all written. And again, I love writing. It's one of my favorite things to do. It comes naturally to me. I love doing it in cool places like here. And that's how you do it. And again, you don't do all 5 of these things at once unless you're crazy like me. If it's a newer business, start with one thing and make it work. But if you were to start with any of these, besides referrals is very easy. Conferences. I love going to conferences. It's been a great use of our time. And that's how we're going to grow Net Profit King. And that's how we have already dramatically grown Lift Enrichment to, it'll be 7 million this year. Easy. If you like this type of tip, join my newsletter. Click the link below.